Hey,
Yeah.
everybody, Ryan Taylor over here, Body Shop Booster. I am super honored to have Micky Woods with us. Hey, Micky.
Hey.
So, Micky, guys, she's too humble to say anything about this, but Micky just won the Win Award for Most Influential Women. And so that's very exciting. So,
Yes.
congratulations on that, Micky.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I'm
That's
pumped
amazing.
up.
Can you give us a quick snapshot of your history and in the collision space in particular?
Absolutely. I started about 15 years ago and actually used to own my own shop. I was a small independent shop and actually lost my business when the recession hit. I had owned it for a few years, then went full time for another auto collision center, just wearing the marketing hat, which was nice. And
I
then,
bet. Yeah.
yeah, streamline that a little bit. And then when the owner passed away, actually 5 years in, I went independent. So now I help shops across the United States and Canada grow their businesses through marketing and business development tactics
Love
and
it.
techniques. Yeah, I
Well,
made
your
up my own word.
words are not an exact science. You're good. I love it. So, in this segment, what I really wanted to do is here's one of the things I'm hearing out there, Micky, is I'm hearing a lot of shops go, my goodness, we're so busy. We're booked out 2 to 4 months in advance. Why would I even consider thinking about anything to do with marketing? That's only going to make my pain worse. If all of a sudden I'm marketing and I'm getting more people coming at me, that's going to make my challenges even larger. What are your thoughts around that, Micky, in this point in time?
Yeah, and I appreciate it. Having been a shop owner, I get it. I know how it is to be so busy. You feel like, it's a blessing and a curse. Like, oh, I'm so happy. Especially after coming off COVID.
Right.
It's like, oh, this is wonderful. And then somebody says marketing, and it's like, yeah, okay. You're like, what do I need more cars in? I can't even handle the cars I've got. But here's the big issue that I'm having with this right now. I believe in being proactive versus reactive. And I feel like right now, people are getting set up to be in a reactive stage because we're so hyper focused on just getting through today and what we need to do in this crazy workload. My concern for everybody listening to this call right now is we potentially, what I believe, we're going to have a recession coming up. All signs point to it. We're going through major inflation. The bubble's going to pop. And we're going to be back in a situation where we're going to be dying for vehicles again. And the shops that understand the value of marketing are going to transition and flow through that dip much better, just as they did with COVID, much better if they're being proactive versus the ones that are like, what happened? Like,
Right.
now what? And now they're in a panic. It's so much harder to start a race off flat-footed than to be prepared. So now's the time to start realizing this golden, wonderful, magical time and all of its busyness. It's going to be short-lived to some degree. The end is coming. So what are you doing to prepare yourself for that? That's the question.
Wow. I think that's a very great way to put it. I think a lot of us will focus, and I'm guilty of this with my own shops, is it's like, hey, we got lots of cars, we're having bigger problems with parts and staffing. And why would I worry about something that may or may not be a problem in 4 to 6 months, or whoever knows how long this glut of work's here. So what would those proactive things be for those forward thinkers and for the shops watching this? What would those proactive suggestions be that you would start pushing them towards the shops?
Yeah. So for shops, some shops are completely booked and crazy busy. Some are still seeing ebbs and flows. One thing that we can help with when we do marketing is to help keep that flow more consistent. So then you can manage your processes and procedures better rather than I'm crazy, I'm dead. I'm crazy, I'm dead. So there are different marketing techniques that we can use based off of each shop. The way I do marketing is every shop deserves its own specific type of marketing. What's best for you? What are your goals? Where are you at? Your demographic's going to be different. Do you have a certification we need to pump out, or do we just need to make your workflow more consistent? So it's different, but like I said, depending on the shop and what your needs are, that will dictate how we market you. But there are ways that we can market you right now without having to do like a big push. For those of you that are slammed, there are kind of like what we were talking about before, Ryan, there's opportunity in all different areas. It's
Mhm.
how are you going to look at things? I'm a big believer in perspective. What kind of perspective? What glasses are we going to look at this through? Right.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think it's very forward thinking shops that are going to be able to weather anything that comes ahead. So being able to level out those highs and lows, it sounds like, using marketing to kind of take the highs and be able to maybe push those into the lows. So it's a smoother road for the shop is what I'm hearing from you.
Yeah,
Interesting.
absolutely. And
Yeah.
there's also opportunities for those that are slammed 3, 4 months out. I mean, even 2 months out, it still feels very overwhelming. I
Right.
understand that. So I believe that there's opportunity in that space as well. Really, wherever you're at, you're busier now than you've probably been in a very long time.
Hmm.
And so, what are those opportunities? They're not going to be your traditional, maybe like, so if you're slammed, maybe we're not going to do Google ads. We're going to push more work to you because that
Right.
creates more of an issue. Or we're not going to maybe do geofencing. Now we're pushing work to you. But
Right.
marketing isn't just a push of work. Marketing is maintaining your brand and creating those relationships and maintaining relationships. So I'm a big proponent of a dealership that's locally now started sending you work that you didn't used to see work from before.
Right.
Well,
Yeah.
now maximize that opportunity, create a relationship with those people, those managers, get involved with them because now you're getting more vehicles from them. You just got 10 Cadillacs last month. Go up to the Cadillac dealership, talk to those people, take advantage of that opportunity. You've had some Porsches in your shop. You really would love to get Porsche certified. Go hit them up. Maybe they don't have a certified shop. Like now's the time. You have the perfect excuse to be up there.
Right. And the shops that normally service them, they're also busy and they're probably neglecting them. Right. So what a great opportunity. How 100%.
Absolutely. Yeah, because everybody's under a time constraint and I get it. But if you can carve out even just an hour, half hour out of your day, just to pop up, say hi, and do it on a somewhat consistent. I'm all about consistency. Whatever you do, just be consistent.
Right.
If you even are going up just every couple of weeks, every week, every month, whatever, popping in and saying hi, I guarantee you your competition is not doing that. So then what's going to happen when you slow down? You're already busy, you're already getting their cars. But what happens when you slow down? Who are they going to choose? The person that developed the relationship or the guy that forgot about them? Makes
100%.
sense.
Yeah. And I mean, now's the time to fish when there's lots of fish in the ocean and, now's the time to get your hooks out there. So I love that perspective. I love that.
Absolutely.
In the last couple minutes we have with you, what are a couple takeaways that shops could execute upon, or what are you suggesting to our shops and viewers on this that you think would be really helpful?
Well, depending on where they're at right now, I would say, I always try to meet people where they're at. That's what I recommend for my shops. Meet your guests where they're at. If for you, those of you that are slammed busy, make sure that you're connecting with your customers. I know you're slammed, but take the opportunity to figure out your scheduling. Get your scheduling under control. You're using Body Shop Booster, use the scheduling tool, right? So that you can spend the time with the people creating the relationship.
Mm.
There are things that you can do that are for free that you can do on your own. It's just managing your time, managing your schedule. And that's one thing that I love about Body Shop Booster. Managing the relationships with your current partners or prospective partners that you don't have. Now's the
Mhm.
time. And then for the shops that are still going through the ebbs and flows, maybe Google ads would be great for you. Maybe geofencing would be great for you. How's your website performing? When people find you, are they going there and they're just bouncing right off because the buttons aren't working? It's laid out improperly. Those are the things to be looking at. And when business starts to decline, don't wait for it to come to a
Right.
screeching halt before calling me, because that's what happens in
That's
a
right.
panic.
Yep. So, Micky, truly value you coming on, sharing a little bit of wisdom. We're going to put your contact information down below and so
Awesome.
that anybody can reach out to you and get in contact. But again, really a pleasure to have you, and thanks for doing this with us.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Ryan. I appreciate it.
We'll talk soon.
Okay.